camouflage. They have darker colors or patterns to help them blend in with that forest around them, so have your eagle eye sharp and ready to spot them. Already on our right, we have an okapi. Okapi are one of the rarest animals on Earth. We're not even exactly sure how many remain in the world today because of how elusive they are. Found only in the deepest and densest parts of Africa's rainforests. From their striped legs, they might remind you a little bit of a zebra, but they are actually the only living relative of a giraffe. They have the same shaped head as a giraffe and the same long prehensile tongue that they can use to lick their eyeballs, clean their ears out, or just grab the food they want off of the trees and bushes. Okapi are one of the only mammals that can lick their own ears. And that word prehensile just means that it can be used to grab stuff. Up ahead on our right, it looks like we'll have a couple of these black and white birds here. These are saddle-billed stork. One of the largest stork in the world. They have about a 9-foot wingspan, which is similar to the length of the canopy above your head. On our left, you can see a black rhino up on the hill. They actually have a prehensile upper lip. So that upper lip is pointed and they can use it like a finger to grab leaves off the trees and bushes. Black rhino are solitary. Usually they find one at a time. They weigh in at around 3,000 pounds, and that's one of only 5,000 remaining in the world today. They're poached to near extinction for their horns, which many people think of medicinal properties, but it's not true. Rhino horn is made out of keratin, just like your hair and fingernails and toenails are, so it's something we all grow ourselves. And the orange antelope on our right, our left, and crossing the road here, these are bongos. Bongos are really quiet. They're actually the largest of the forest exclusive antelope. So you usually find them in the forest. And we're gonna let her cross the road. The animals live here, so they get the right of way. You'll see them both on the left and right though. Male and female bongo both have horns angled backwards. It'll help them move extra quickly and quietly through that forest underbrush. They're nicknamed the ghosts of the forest because of how quiet they can be. Unfortunately, they are also critically endangered. But first, on our left, those tan antelope with the big ears, those ones are the greater kudu. They're the second largest antelope. You'll find them in a few different habitat types though, so they're actually doing alright compared to many of the other animals that you're seeing out here. Now, if you want to help the bongos and many of your other animals that live in Africa's rainforests, like forest elephant, gorillas, and chimpanzees, one of the best things you can do is recycle your electronics. Anything you plug into charge, like cell phones, cameras, laptops, tablets, those things contain the mineral coltan, and right now coltan is being mined from those rainforests of Central Africa, so recycling them can help save a lot of animal lives and support the people in those areas too. Here we are now on the Safi River. We want to keep an eye out for shadows under the water. Tell us where there might be hippo. Hippo can't swim, so they're usually in the water during the day, but they also can't swim, so they're always touching the very bottom of the river. Looks like there's going to be one surfacing right here on our left. And we'll talk about these birds here in a second too, but first let's check out those hippo. They can be quite difficult to see, because if they're in the deeper waters, they could be napping right next to you and you just wouldn't even know it. Hippo come out at night to forage on the shore. They're actually nocturnal. They'll be eating as much grass as they can in the middle of the night. They're herbivores, they don't eat meat, but don't let that fool you. They have powerful jaws and long teeth that are just for defense. The pelican that you're seeing in here are pink-backed pelican. Like all pelican, they can fly 24 hours non-stop. Cover distances of 300 miles. See that hippo there, a little easier. And vultures hang out here. They can eat the hippo poop, they can eat the dead skin off the hippos. Everything vultures eat is gross, which is why a lot of people don't like them, but that's why they're one of my favorite animals. They keep the earth cleaner and smelling much better, and we don't have to do a thing about it. Hang on extra tight here. We are in crocodile territory. Make sure you all keep everyone completely seated here. We are driving over live crocodiles. They have the most powerful jaws in the world, and they can be about as long as a giraffe is tall. We're talking around 14 feet long for these ones, the Nile crocodile, but they've been known to grow all the way up to 20 feet. They can be gentle with those jumps when they need to be. Actually roll their babies' eggs around in their mouths to help them hatch and carry the little ones from place to place in those powerful jaws also to help keep them safe from those other large predators until they grow up and become those large predators. Crocodiles are excellent parents, and we don't get to see that very often about reptiles. Our tree cover's opening up here. That means we're headed for the savannah. Savannah's a very delicate ecosystem, and all the animals will work together out here to help maintain this ecosystem. Elephant bulldozer the trees. They knock them over for food or for fun. It'll help make sure the trees aren't too densely populated. Make sure it stays the savanna, doesn't turn into a forest out here. Giraffe will prune the underside of the trees. That'll encourage the trees to sprout new growth and make them stronger. And the antelope work together to mow the grasses. First up, you're starting to see some giraffe out there. We're going to get even closer to some in just a minute or two. Giraffe are, of course, the tallest land animal. They'll be about 18 feet tall as adults and 6 feet tall as newborns. And up next on our right, we're going to see the wildebeest. A group of wildebeest is called a confusion because they live in huge groups. It's 1.5 million wildebeest, 200,000 zebra, and some other antelope also that'll migrate up to 1,000 miles each and every year across eastern Africa, making up that great migration across the Serengeti. It's a journey large enough to be seen from space, but I'd recommend checking it out on a nature documentary. It's a lot cheaper and easier that way. On our left, to the left of the den and inside it, you can see the African wild dogs, also known as African painted dogs. It's a totally different animal than a hyena, so if you haven't seen or heard of them before, definitely learn more about painted dogs later. They are fascinating. They're one of the best predators in Africa, and they have a hunting success rate that is 3 to 4 times that of a lion. They're so successful because they rely on teamwork, led by both an alpha male and alpha female who together decide the movements of the group. They don't move on until everybody's ready to go. It doesn't matter how old, young, sick, or injured any one individual might be. They take very, very good care.